seemed no threat to us.
An eyewitness to an interaction between police and a Winnipeg man say the man was desperate for help in his final moments before police arrived as new information comes to light surrounding the 2019 incident.
He was worried that he was gonna die. He didn't look okay at all. He needed an ambulance right away.
Thompson is one of 6 deaths following interactions with police that may soon be examined under one public inquest. Before his death, a member of a household that called police interacted with Thompson directly and said he was in medical distress, potentially banging on windows trying to get attention as opposed to breaking in.
Trying to alert somebody out there, I would say. His mind was all over the place and just wanted safety and help.
The Independent Investigations Unit found police did not contribute to the death and states Thompson was looking for help when police were called. Officers removed Thompson from the steps of a home, placed him in handcuffs with 2 officers shin-pinning Thompson. After he became unresponsive, police tried to administer Narcan and CPR. Mara Segan, while not familiar with police training, understands police don't know what someone is capable of, but called the level of force a little too much and says Thompson's life may have been saved had an ambulance responded quicker.
I think he maybe could have been alive. He could have been rushed to the hospital faster.
The possibility of an inquest into more than one death is permitted under law, but NDP justice critic Nahani Fontaine says they support the family's call for separate inquests, claiming the government is trying to go through the process, quote, on the cheap, end quote.
Who it hurts and who it harms are actually the family members of these individuals who lost their lives.
The NDP says more needs to be done to support and ensure families have a say and can get answers from these processes. She says a public inquiry, like the one the party has been calling for since early 2021, is better suited to determine if there are any systematic issues contributing to these types of deaths.
Manitoba citizens deserve to have that information, and as a collective, we deserve to know how to mitigate that, to ensure that that doesn't happen again.
An interview request with the Manitoba Justice Minister was not accommodated by deadline, and Winnipeg police say they cannot comment on Thompson's death as the matter is before the courts and set for inquest. Meanwhile, Winnipeg Police Cause Harm, which advocates for the reallocation of public funds away from police budgets, is also raising concerns.
It really shows a lack of resources being put towards actual justice for the victims of police violence.
Friesen feels in many of these incidents a medical or mental health response was needed instead of a police response.
The police are given far too much responsibility and far too many resources that they end up being the default response to situations that they're not prepared to deal with and can't deal with effectively.
Inquest Council has said that if it feels the grouping of these deaths into one inquest will have a negative impact on its purpose, they'll make those thoughts known to the inquest judge, who will determine which direction the inquest takes. But for those who are following the process from afar, they're worried that justice won't truly be served unless widespread change takes place. In Winnipeg, Morgan Majeski, City News.